everyone, welcome back to Women's Month devotions. My name is Jenny and I am Trevor's younger sister. Today's lesson we are focusing on John chapter 8 verses 1 to 11. But I'm not going to read it to you, I'm going to tell you. So let's set the scene. Imagine you have just woken up and the sun hasn't risen yet, and you get all nice and ready for the day, and you leave your house and the sun is slowly rising, and you walk up to where the temple is, or the church, and you see Jesus sitting at the steps and he's about to teach people. Yes, so glad I woke up early for this. So you go try and get as close as you possibly can. You're listening really hard at what the teacher is about to tell you. And then suddenly there's a racket, and this woman is dragged pretty much by her hair by these two elderly men. And they throw this woman in front of the teacher. She's barely dressed in her nightgown. Her hair is messed. Tears stained her face. And you hear these men accuse this woman of adultery. You're like, oh, this woman? It's not even breakfast. It's a bit much. I mean, what was she doing? Where was she? What was she doing? Who was she with? Why is she alone? How do these teachers know that she was committing adultery? And you overhear these teachers of the law say to Jesus, it is our law that she must be stoned because she has been caught in the act of adultery. So Jesus knows what's happening here. It's not about this poor woman that's been dragged into the town square. It's not about her, it's about him. He knows that these teachers of the law want to trap him. So they give him a scenario that it's just so much. If he agrees to stone this woman, he'll be going against everything that he's been teaching, which is love, compassion, to turn the other cheek. And if he goes against the law and says love and compassion and turn the other cheek, he would be, in a way, breaking the law. So instead of giving these Pharisees an answer, he rather gives them a question. And he says, those who are sinless may cast the first stone. Now, we're standing in the crowd and we hear this and we're like, I'm pretty sure I lied to my brother earlier yesterday. Or maybe you're thinking like, I might have not paid the full amount for that loaf of bread. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm pretty sure I said some hurtful things about my neighbor. And slowly you start seeing the elderly folk kind of back off, walking away. And you're like, I'm not sinless. I've made so many mistakes. I can't pick up a stone, and I don't want to see this. So you back off too. But the Pharisees are still standing there. And Jesus looks at them, then looks at the ground, and starts writing in the sand. Now you're too far away. You can't see what Jesus is writing in the sand. But the Pharisees can. And eventually they too walk away. Have you ever met a person that everybody seems to just like, and you're like, why don't they see what I see from this person? This person is not a great person, and you just want to shout at your friends and you say, don't trust this person. But something about you says to you, leave it. Their actions always speak louder than their words. And I feel like that's what Jesus was proving in the story. He didn't need to say anything about these Pharisees because they knew their actions would speak far louder than whatever Jesus had to say. I mean, we can talk about how they knew about this woman and if this woman really was committing a crime. Why her? I can't lie, this lesson has always irked me. I'm a bit of a feminist. I believe in equality, and I think Jesus is too. Jesus knew that this girl was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he went and asked her. Jesus says, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" And she replies, "No, sir." Jesus then says, "Well, neither do I. Now go and sin no more." Jesus isn't interested in punishing us. Jesus is interested in rescuing us. In the Bible readings, in John 1 verse 14, it says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth." Now, if this moment wasn't God showing us his grace, and I don't know what was, or what would. In Romans 3 verse 23 to 24 it says, "For we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption of Christ Jesus." We are all this woman. We are all found guilty of something. And Jesus doesn't punish us. Jesus takes the punishment and saves us and protects us. Because he is grace and he is truth. In Matthew 18 verse 12, it says, "What do you think? If a man owns 100 sheep, and one of them wanders away, will he not leave his flock on the hills and go look for the one that has wandered off?" Jesus will find you. Jesus will go looking for you. Jesus cares about the lost and the broken and the lonely and the sick. Jesus is coming for you. Jesus wants to show you his grace and his mercy and his love. You might be feeling so alone at this time with this quarantine that just doesn't seem to end. But Jesus has got you. Jesus will be with you. So to reflect on this lesson is, how does Jesus show his grace and truth in your life when you've made a mistake? And the second reflection is, how can you leave your sin behind and pursue Christ today? Yes, we make mistakes, but sometimes we just have to own up to it and be like, I can't do that again, and move forward. And Jesus is ready to move forward with you. I pray that you will be able to pursue Christ with your whole heart. Follow him today. You won't regret it.